Well, moving into our next story of the day, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, folks, please do so. We have this LGBTQ stuff being pushed and peddled in the NHL once again, where a Sharks player refuses to wear the LGBTQ-themed jersey because of his Christian faith. And well, furious hockey writers lash out. Absolutely a homophobe is what they're calling him. So we've done story after story on this. The last one was a Philadelphia Flyers player saying, hey, look, I'm Russian Orthodox and it goes against my religion. I'm just not going to wear it. He didn't want to create a huge hubbub about it. It was literally a sentence. And he's like, if you want to have any hockey questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Meaning he's not trying to make it a big deal. But of course, the progressive left and all these idiots out there have to make it such a big deal. So an NHL player is facing backlash after refusing to wear the LGBTQ-themed jersey during Pride Night. The San Jose Sharks hosted a Pride Night, which I don't even know why they still do. I would like to point out the base of hockey fans have no interest in this. Like zero interest whatsoever about this whole thing. Sure, they might pack the house, meaning the barn, meaning the arena, but that's all for people that are pro-LGBTQ, but the vast majority of NHL fans are not. We don't want to see that type of stuff. Just politics in general. We just there to watch a game. I've said this before. Those that are freaking viewers of the Ball Brad Show, we know this. We just want to watch sports and get away from the politics and the craziness of the world. That's literally why we do Supernatural Saturdays here on the Ball Brad Show, is you just dive into something fun that has nothing to do with politics and just have a good time with it. Well, the progressive left have to destroy everything, you know? Again, another shameless plug, Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America. We wrote a whole book on it, folks. It was released March 13th. Head over to Amazon to get your copy. Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America, talks about all of this, not this specifically, but the indoctrination, the school system, critical race theory, abortion, Antifa destroying our cities and burning them down from the inside out. It all talks about utilizing the Greek mythology of pushing the Trojan horse in the city of Troy, making it fall apart from the inside out. The progressive left and the Democrat Party are doing the exact same thing with their ideology, and they're destroying this country from the inside out. Go grab your copy today at Amazon or Barnes & Noble's. Link is in the description. Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America. You're seeing it real time. Heck, not just with America, but our sports here as well. The Sharks announced that instead of normal game content, the professional hockey team would offer information and facts about the LGBTQ topic. So here's that tweet right here from the San Jose Sharks. During tonight's game, in lieu of our normal game content, we will be using this platform to offer information and facts about the LGBTQIA plus topics. Our hope is that this content will serve as a reminder that there are issues more important than goals, highlights, and wins, the very issues of which everybody that's watching it, for the most part, is trying to get away from. Hockey is not for everyone until everyone is comfortable playing, working, or being a fan of this incredible game. So there you go, just pandering to a certain demographic, certain audience that literally doesn't like this country, thinks that a guy that doesn't want to wear the jersey is homophobic, even though his religion says to love everybody, and it goes against his religion to do such a thing, or at least he believes so. But we're going to sit there and bash the guy. If you want to see like a little bit of a commercial on this, we'll get to that in one moment. But here's another one from the SAP Center. Checking out our rainbow sushi. You have a rainbow night at the Shark Tank with these, I guess, rainbow flag-ish, for those that are listening, I don't know how to describe it, emblem on a white t-shirt. So all these goodies you can get at the game, you know, trying to make a theme of it. Well, here's kind of like the Pride Night artist highlight. And, you know, I got to say it's not a good drawing, but you be the judge.
Hello, my name is Hui Chow. I use she, her pronouns, and I am an artist and educator, and I was born and raised in San Jose, California. I got into art ever since I was a little kid. It was something that I always loved. I was always really shy, and that was my way of communicating with the world. I love painting. There's just something about the colors that just make life beautiful. So the inspiration I had for the logo, I wanted it to be simple enough where a kid understands what the logo means. And also,
did you hear that? I want it to be simple enough where a child understands what it means. So this whole community, you guys, I'm not bashing her. You know, she probably is a great artist. Kudos to her for getting the job. Kudos to her for doing her thing, you know, whatever. But it just goes to show you, again, this community is all about targeting children. It's not about going after adults. Adults are able to do and make decisions they want to do. but they're going after your children consistently, whether that's through cartoons like what Disney's doing, or the outlets like NBC, ABC, Nickelodeon, the Disney Channel. All that stuff is targeting your children. So they're doing it in movies, they're doing it in TV shows, they're doing it on YouTube. Now they're doing it at sporting events. You literally can't get your kids away from this stuff. And then you send your kids to school and they're also being indoctrinated with this stuff, being helped along for their transition phase of going from a male to female, which we all know that's not possible, under the radar without your knowledge, being indoctrinated with critical race theory, gender identity theory. All this stuff is being peddled and pushed on your children, and that's who they're targeting, which is disgusting. I'm not saying she's a groomer, but there are some main groomers out there, folks, in the education system, in the entertainment industry, that 100% are grooming your children, and that's the main focus. That is the target audience of the progressive left.
So like an older person or that older generations can understand, okay, this is a shark that's being loved by their community. I did add the progressive flag on there, and I know when people think about the LGBTQ plus community, it's just the rainbow. But the progressive flag is supposed to add, so it has the brown, black, and the trans colors that have been added. And the reason why those colors have been added is because a lot of queer people of color were being erased. So that is, the way of showing up for those people, because those are the people that are the most marginalized even within the LGBTQ plus community. It's really amazing.
So if there's even your own community marginalizing others, why don't you go after those in your own community first before you're attacking a guy for his faith of not wanting to wear a jersey? Why don't you spend the time other than decorating a fun little jersey here, which, by the way, you did actually a pretty good damn job on the shark. Hockey sticks, that was a little rough, but the shark actually was pretty decent. Regardless, go after your own community and stop going after children.
To be working with the San Jose Sharks, because as a kid, I didn't think I was able to be an artist. And then also as a kid, I knew I was queer, but I was too afraid to say anything. So now the fact that I am a grown-up and I'm an artist and I'm queer and I'm loudly, proudly making this design for all of you, it's just overwhelmingly exciting. I think I'm just really excited for the youth to see it, because they're just really going to know that there's representation and that there's people out there fighting for them, and making sure that they can grow up in a safer space.
There's such this false reality of like safe spaces, as if there's not like real evil out there in the world. And I find it so interesting. Everything has to be a safe space. That's not reality. Reality isn't necessarily safe. Reality is very dangerous. And we keep bubbling and sheltering our children, and heck, even adults, to where you get these people that are growing up and they're knuckleheads. They're against self-defense. They're against our Constitution, the creed of this country. They're against this country in general. And so they go up and they make jerseys like this, and they get on social media, which, hey, kudos to them for doing, but they portray this false reality where men can become women and women can become men, and as if there's all these safe spaces. Sure, maybe there is a safe space out there. Maybe your home is safe. Maybe whatever you categorize yourself, maybe your car is safe. Hell, I don't know. But there's real evil out there in the world. And for you to portray this hockey player as a homophobe and some sort of evil scum because he doesn't want to wear your jersey because it goes against his religion is so asinine. But it just shows you how asinine some people are in the progressive left. Again, they want to destroy this country from the inside out. Well, Reimer was attacked, the player, for opting not to wear the Pride Night jersey. A hockey writer claimed that Reimer looked like a clown for his faith-based decision. Another hockey writer vilified Reimer as absolutely a homophobe, the writer also alleged. Here's also what I believe: Jesus would unequivocally love and celebrate the LGBTQ plus community. He'd be the first to wear a rainbow. This is how much nonsense these people spew and how lack of the scriptures or their understanding of the scriptures they have. But, they're going to just shout homophobe and, oh, well, Jesus would have been first to sin. He would have been first to wear that jersey. He would have been forced. He would have been so loved by everybody in that community. He would have just forcibly put himself on another male and hooked up with him. I mean, I'm not saying they said that, but that's just how far we can take it with some of these progressive left. He would be so loved, and he loves his community so much that he would have sex with another man. He would commit sin. It's like, it's unbelievable. I'm not even saying that it's sinful to wear a gay pride jersey, but it is sinful to do what the LGBTQ plus community does. But I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. That's their thing. That's not my life. I'm not going to push my religious viewpoint upon them. I'm not going to say they can't wear a jersey. I'm not going to say they can and can't do this. I would like you not to peddle your disgusting stuff like transing children and calling us transphobe for saying that we don't want you to do that. But this is how things work out, is that they want to push their narrative upon us, but we can't push our narrative upon them, of which we don't want to do. We want to be left alone. We want to be able to raise our own children. We don't want this pushed on us at sporting events. We want to be left alone. A sports writer called the Sharks a trash organization for even putting out this hateful statement. It's hateful now. Everything's hateful. They're still hosting an entire night for you guys because a guy doesn't want to wear a jersey. Now the entire organization's hateful. And added that Reimer is hiding behind the Bible to refuse to endorse gay people having rights and existing. I would say he's hiding behind the Bible. He's pretty outspoken about it, saying, hey, it goes against his Christian faith. I mean, I don't think he's hiding. I think he just said it plainly right out there in the open for all of you. But he's hiding somehow. You want to know who hid and who is hiding? Joe Biden. That man hides. A writer of a newsletter about sexism in sports lashed out at Reimer under the umbrella of disingenuous BS. You have effed right off with the statement, or rather you can F off right off with the statement. If you truly believe that queer community is welcome in hockey, you'd wear the shirt. You don't have to have it both ways. Jesus is not impressed, is what she said. I love how just kind of highlighting the queer community. I think that's pretty discriminatory on behalf of her, because what about all the other parts that go into the trans flag and the other parts of the LGBTQ, LMNOP, QRS, TUV community? So she's just going to leave those people out and screw them. So Reimer joins fellow player Ian Pro. I always mess up with Russian last names, but it's a guy from the Philadelphia Flyers that we covered last time, where he also refused to wear the jersey. You also had the New York Rangers nixing wearing the rainbow colored jersey, pride jerseys before the game as well. So they must be all trash organizations too, I suppose. But it's so funny how all these organizations aren't wanting to do this because, again, it doesn't fit their base, but they're going to pedal and push it regardless. Let me know what you think about this, folks, in the comment section below. That's the latest news from the NHL, the Hockey League. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.